Another Syncor meter arrived today, and plus some other items in the mail. Good late afternoon to you all YouTube. This is Thursday. I'm here with you at the bench again. And what we're looking at is the one of the objects that arrived in the mail today. Actually, it did not come in the mail. I lied. This came by UPS. So, like I said, it is another Syncor. I think I mentioned buying this. I'm pretty sure I did. This is a model FE16 instead of an FE14. Pretty much the same capabilities. There's maybe a couple of different things it does that the other one doesn't do, but mainly the same thing. So I haven't hooked up a battery or anything to this yet. I wanted to try it and see if it works, but I want to bring you guys along, share the experience. Hang in there, let me get a battery and we'll set this up. Alright, I do have a battery in place now. It's not actually back in the thing, it's just hanging out the back, but just wanted to check and see if the meter was okay, and I've got it on battery check right now, and let's just flip the switch and see what happens. Well, looky there, it actually works. I can't believe it. So now that we know that works, let's try measuring something else. Let me turn this back off. Let's turn it to DC plus, and we will get us another battery out here. Here's a C cell. This will work for a test. Let's see, we're on the 3-volt range. That's to be the right range to be on. So this is our, I'll say up here, yeah, DC. This is where we'll be at up here. Let me get a pair of leads real quick to have something to plug into it. I haven't measured this before, so I don't know what it's going to measure, or if it measures at all. Let's see what we got here. We need a little zero adjustment. Maybe. Oh, there it is. Right there. So let's put the negative on the negative end and the positive on the positive end and see what she says. Well, let's see here. That's telling me a little over, looks like almost 12 volts, not quite 12 volts, or 12 volts, 1.2 volts. This is a, like I said, a C cell, so it should be 1.5. It's not quite getting up there though. I'm guessing that's the best we're going to do with that. These leads are hard to, I haven't got these actual leads, these are just bare end. Not really sure why the movement, I mean I'm holding it pretty steady. Anyway, that's at least working. That was a pretty good deal in itself. Let's go up to the 10 volt range and try a 9 volt battery and see what that does. Let's see, this is the plus and the minus. Oh, there you go. 8 volts. And that was about right because I checked this battery with the Fluke before I put one in there, because this one only measured a little over 8 volts and that one measured 9. It's in there. So that's perfect, perfectly fine on that range. And it seems to be working very well. So happy about that. Main thing I got this for is again the AC readings. So let's try AC and see what happens. Let me put the leads over here and see, where can I get me some AC conveniently. I didn't really want to use the Variac, but looks like I'm kind of stuck with that. Let me put this off to the side a little bit so you can see the variac reading. Let's put this on AC volts. See if it comes down and gets zeroed. That's pretty darn close, actually. It's right on there. Alright. Let me plug this in. And we'll turn on the variac, make sure it's all the way down. It is. And a 0.03. Now this is a 10 volt range, so we won't go past that. And you can see it's going up. Put it up to about, let's see, where's our AC? That's a little over, almost 1.2. Oh, down at the bottom. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong one. Look a little over 3 volts. I think this is the one we're reading. It could be, I could be wrong. It says AC. Oh, it's peak to peak. RMS. Here we go. There it is. 3.9. Right there on the money. That's pretty darn good. I think that ought to tell the tale there. At least the 10 volt range is working. Let's take it on a little higher. See if she keeps working. RMS almost close to 7 volts. It says 6.9 on the digital. That's pretty close. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Let's take it up to the 30 volt range and see what we get. Let's take it all the way down first. Let me unhook it and go up to the 30 volt range, and we'll hook it back up. Make sure it zeros. I think it will. I'm not sure. I think it's me touching this. It just seems to do that when I touch it. Okay, if I don't touch it, it zeros out. Alright. On that is reading, see, 30 volt range would be down at the bottom. 5, 6. It's a little over 6 volts on that range right there. So that's fairly close. We'll go up a little higher. There's about 20 volts on here. So 21.5. That's pretty close. Actually, it's a little over if you look at it straight on. That's one of the problems with analog meters. If you don't look at them straight on, you get, you know, a misreading on them. But 21 volts, that's pretty darn close right there. I'm gonna call that good. And like I said, the main reason I got it is for the AC. And see how fast it goes down. Pretty fast. Not bad, not bad. Alright, I'm happy with that. Very happy, as a matter of fact. And somebody had noticed let me turn this off. Somebody had noticed a burnt resistor in this when I was showing the pictures, and I didn't really pay any attention to it. I'm pretty sure it's on the resistance range, and this will never ever be used for resistance. So I think it should be fine. Like I say, at least it is working. And as I said, I'm happy about that. And you know, so what I'm you know thinking is zero is a little bit better on DC plus. But anyway, like I said, that's a quick look at that. And like I say, I'm happy with that. And I'm not even gonna bother putting a C cell on that because it's I'm not gonna use the ohms range at all. So again, like I say, it's got a 1 volt range if you look down here, and that should work well for alignments, things like that. So just some of the things I was thinking about using it for, and like I say, I'm happy to have one now that works for a change. And so let me put the back on that, and I'll bring you back and show you the other item that arrived in the actual mail today. Oh, I'm back with you again. It is 5:23 now. I still haven't had supper yet. I got to do that. This is the other item that arrived in the, like I said, the actual mail. The meter up here came by UPS. This is from Bob, obviously, Scranton, Pennsylvania. I don't know too many other people in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So this is, you all remember the BDST? These are the parts that will be sent out. Well, not these parts, but I mean some of these parts will be sent to the beta testers for the next round of beta testing. Now, I'm not really sure exactly who's getting them this time. Jack has had some problems, and he may not be in the running on this one. And we do have a new guy to take the place of somebody else. And in other words, there just may be 3 this time that do this. I don't know yet for sure. But the people that have already went and done this before will get just the parts they need to assemble a new board and stuff like that. So the people that, or I should say the person that has not received one, will get a case and everything, a speaker and all that stuff, a full kit, so that they can join in the fun. But as I say, as you can see, there is everything. Well, I have some of the parts. These are the parts that have been changed. Give you an idea of what exactly we're doing here. And this is the new board. Hopefully the last board. As you can see, there's no switch there anymore, and that's one of the features now that we're doing with our new probe. And like I said, we're hoping these are it. These use the front end again from the 5284. I think I'm looking at it, and I can't tell if that's it or not. Anyway, no, the 5283. Maybe that was the signal tracer. Anyway, whichever one it was, that's the front end from that, and it's combined with our regular LM380 chip. And so Bob's done quite a bit of testing so far with it, and I think he likes what he sees. So we're going to pass this out to our testers, and hopefully they will find the same type of performance from it. And if so, we will be one step closer to actually bringing this about. Now these are the ones, I forgot about these. These are the ones for the probes. These break apart. You get five probe boards to each board, so that makes it a little bit cheaper, and I think these will be great. I really do. So those are the 2 things that we're going to be playing around with here over the next few days, hopefully, and I want to get some of this done. Also, I want to mention for Leo, he had said something about troubleshooting this on out to a component level on the tape recorder, and I kind of agree with him in a way. At the same time, though, I think what I'm going to do is, now this is the right one over here, I'm going to take these transistors out. Now, my way of thinking, with weak output like that, we know it's going all the way through to the end of the line out, because we heard if we turn it up all the way, we can hear it. It's coming through, so we do know that. And I think the only thing it could be besides bad caps is maybe a shorted transistor. A shorted transistor would cause the same problem, because it would basically be no amplification for that stage, and the signal would just pass through it if it's shorted from the base to the collector. So what I'm going to do is pull these transistors. Here's one. Let's see, how many is there? I think there's 4 I measured. I can't see good enough around this camera. Anyway, there's 4 altogether, I think, that I'm going to pull and try out and see if they are good. If they test good, then I'm still gonna do the caps no matter what, because I've got the parts coming, because I've got the boards out and everything else. But that would at least tell me another thing too. If that was the problem, it may be the transistor. Now I'm not going to check any pass excuse me. I'm not going to pass, I can't talk. I'm not going to check anywhere past these first 4 transistors because the 5th one in that circuit is not used on the line out. That's just for the tape head for recording. So it's additional amplification to provide the tape head with the proper amount of voltage to work like it should. So as long as it goes through these first 4, then you know these first 4 are good. That's all we really need to know. So that's what I'm going to do. And also I'm going to flash up a picture I made of this board. I remember I told you I took some close-up video of the boards, and I wanted to basically be able to identify all of these capacitors and then replace them. And I also did the transistors while I was at it, and did that. Yeah, there's 2 transistors there. I see them now. So there's 2 there, and there's 2. I said there's 2. There's some. Oh yeah, there's another right there. Well, maybe is that the 5th one? I don't know. But anyway, there's first 4 is what I'm going to concentrate on. This is the one I changed. You guys, I don't know if you even remember. This is the 1000 microfarad ECAP I replaced along with these 2 diodes here and the power supply, because I wasn't getting any kind of output at all for this, and so that one has been changed, but I'm still going to change it again. I've got one ordered. I did an order from Jamico. I haven't ordered them from them for many years, and I wanted to try another order from them. These 2 also are coming. This is a 220 at I think 25 volts, and this is a 47 at 25 volts. This is a 35 volt cap here. And that's all the power supply. In other words, these 3 here are just power supply related. The rest of it's amplifier. And so, like I said, these are the again, these are the switches. Record, playback. I think that's playback. That's record, I think. I might be wrong on that, but this one is really stiff. This one's not as stiff, but it's still pretty stiff. I got to figure out a way to douse those really good. I want to try to put some alcohol in those and just clean them up really good. If I really was ambitious kind of a son of a gun, I would unsolder them and put them in a jar of some kind of cleaner, let them soak, because these things are very slushy. But we do know they work, at least in playback, because we get output from both of them. So I guess that's about it. Don't know of anything else I was going to say. I did work on my camera boom. I don't know if you guys probably didn't realize I was having a lot of problem with it, but I did add a screw. I don't know if you can even see it in there. Let me point it out with this. I push that back. There you can go. There's a screw in there now that holds that clamp down to the board, because it kept pulling out, and I was having a hard time tightening it up with this, because there's no way of getting to that, for one thing. And what I did was tighten it up a little bit too tight, and then I hammered that in really good. And I'd already drilled the hole in the metal, and then I went ahead and put a pilot hole in the wood and took it down pretty deep, and then put that screw in there. So I don't think I'll have any more problems with that coming out. I love my boom, and I don't want to have to keep putting it back together every time I move it around. So it does stay pretty steady now, and it's up against the board like it should be. So very happy about that. And that's about it. I am thinking about Greg's boom. I'd like to have another one, actually, and I don't really know that I have enough room to put another one like this in here, because it takes a little bit of a room to do this. And the one I'm thinking would mount towards the ceiling like his does, and it would be basically up out of the way when it's not being used. And I think that's what I'm going to look at. But I have a couple places where it can be mounted to up above and give me access, because I really need, if I'm using this on the bench for this, then I really need one for over here. As you can see, there's no way of getting both actions out of one camera boom. You can't do it. But like I say, it's just something else I just think I need to do as far as making that. So, going to give it a shot. I'm not going to make it out of cardboard, Bill. Probably use the furring strips like I said I was going to. Anyway, that's about it. You guys have a great day. I'm going to take off and fix me something to eat. I think I'm going to have some sandwiches. I've got some chicken salad this time when I went to the grocery. I did not go to see Mom today. I have to go to the doctor in the morning at 8 to 8:30 somewhere. You know, that blood work thing. You go in any time between 8 and 9, I think it is. But I've got to do that in the morning, and then I've got a couple errands I need to run and some other things, and I'm going to be out anyway. Might as well go ahead and see her then. I'll be all ready to go, and so that's what I'm looking at doing. I'm going to take the GPS again, play around with that some more, mainly because I like to play around with it. I doubt if I'll put a camera in there though this time, and just report back on my findings. So. Alright, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will, don't forget, this is Thursday. I'm recording this. It probably won't be up until Saturday. I think I have one for in the morning already, the one that comes after the one you saw today, which was basically getting this down to being able to remove from the chassis. I have moved the chassis to the kitchen, and this will be put in one of these noodle boxes like this. And that way it'll stay all together and all the parts stay, you know, together, and I won't lose anything. So, still have not figured out where this wire here goes on this, on that. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there it is. But I will figure it out. It's not a big deal. I'm sure it can't go too far. It's a short wire. So, alright, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see ya!